All right, I want to talk about how I figure out how many of something that I need for leads. In other words, how many of X do I need for Y? In the digital marketing space, it's a 1% of 1% game, which is a little bit different than sales. Sales is usually a 10% game. If you think about it, 100 calls, 10 appointments, one sale was the old coinage. A little bit different today, but all in all, it's just to show that digital marketing is a 1% game, partially because digital marketing doesn't involve humans, right? It's digital. It's not people seeing each other face to face. So the ratios are lower. So how do I figure out how many I need of X to equal Y? Well, I'll start with one lead. And by the way, I'm using an email marketing example here. And the reason why is I know all the averages of email and how it works. So I'm going to explain this and I'm going to work in reverse, right? So let's just say we need one lead, right? We know that digital marketing is a 1% game. So we go divide by 1%. We need 100 clicks. Okay, so we need from an email 100 clicks, or I should say from 100 emails 100 clicks, or so on and so forth. But we also know that the average for click rate from the email, if you're doing well, is 10%. So divided by 10%. That means we need 1,000 people to open up the email to get the 100 clicks to get the one sale, right? Now, we know on average that open rates are about 35% of deliverable emails. And that's going to become important later. So 35%. Okay, so times 5. Okay, that means we need 2,857 or 58 delivered emails. And why do I say delivered emails? Well, because I also know that about half the emails don't end up actually getting delivered because they get caught by spam, junk, or promotions folders, right? So now I need to times that by 2. That means I need to have a target. Now, when I say this is very important. I need to have a targeted list of 5,700 and change, whatever, email addresses, legit email addresses, in order to get one lead. And of course, that assumes that the email is even written well, that the offer is good enough for somebody to want it, and so on and so forth down the line. So that's how I figure out on a lot of different parts of inbound marketing what you need to do to get one lead. Of course, if you want more than one lead, well, you just times everything that I just did, right? Because you know all the ratios now, and you go, okay, well, I want 2 leads. Well, times everything by 2, right? And that obviously would be about 10,000 email addresses that you need that are legit and targeted to a certain audience. So that is how I figure out leads.